I've received a lot of messages recently from friends and family congratulating and saying, "Oh, great! Like, company's growing. You're hiring a lot of people. You're successful." I mean, that's a relative term, of course. Um, but I want to talk about something a little bit different, which is delayed gratification, because you're seeing the posts on LinkedIn and Facebook, welcoming new people to the team and the growth, and it's good, especially in a time where many, unfortunately, are facing difficult times, and we're feeling quite humbled by the fact that we've had the opportunity to grow in this time. But let's talk about delayed gratification a little bit, because it's just strikes me as funny that some people assume that we're accumulating a pile of debt in order to hire and onboard the 10 or so people that we have. We've gone from 4 team members to around 10 during the pandemic. And I find it a bit funny because people just think that we've gone into debt, or like, how is this happening? And I'll tell you exactly how it's happened. So I guess the first thing is we've had many months, years of strong, profitable months that have allowed us to stock up and save away. Like I kind of compare it to the squirrel storing nuts for the winter, right? We've been doing that for a year and a half, 2 years, right? And it kind of goes back to, I've been using the analogy of the rubber band, right? Have you ever shot a rubber band, right? Well, it's like the further back you pull it, the further it's gonna go, right? And if you pull it back a little bit, it's gonna like be dinky, right? Pardon my word choice. So this is a matter of us pulling back the rubber band very far and now shooting it. So in this time of pandemic, where it's been difficult for everyone, including us to a certain degree, we've been able to grow because of that. And so that's kind of one thing I wanted to talk about today, because a lot of people are reaching out saying, "Oh, congratulations," but it's kind of like followed by, or like there's some, you can tell there's some kind of thought about like, "Oh, how is this possible? How is he affording? Is he in trouble? Is this going to work?" And it's like, nothing's a guarantee, of course, but I feel confident that we have a team of all-stars, that we're helping and adding value to the clients that we're working with, and we're staying humble. We're not letting it get to our heads, hopefully. And so I wanted to just speak to that, because I know a lot of people have been kind of wondering what's going on. The second thing I want to talk about is actually being an employer, and why the paradigm shift for me, because I was an employee for many years, right? I took the bus until I was 27, right? I was an employee for many years, up until only until 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, right? I realized that there are two types of, well, there's probably more types, but I'm just going to use the extremes, exaggerate here to kind of make a point. There's two types of employers, right? And there's the ones that are, and I mean, this is probably your direct boss, or the person that's kind of signing your check. There are those that are insecure. They want to minimize you. They may have some stereotypes or prejudice that are preconceived for whatever reason. And they want to keep you financially boxed in, if you will. And all of these things, they don't help to expand people, right? They minimize and diminish people. They undermine the value that employees are bringing to a company. On the other side of that, I've had bosses and supervisors who have expanded, who have challenged me, who have taken the time to understand how I learn, how I respond to feedback, whether it's good to be positive or negative, or when to be positive or negative about feedback, whether I need hands-on or hands-off coaching. At the end of the day, a good coach can make a superstar, an all-star, a superstar, and a bad coach can make an all-star actually very complacent, actually. So I think that's very important, because right now, with all of this growth, I'm kind of having to reflect, I'm directly having to reflect what type of manager, employer I want to be. And we've actually pulled out our guiding principles recently, which has been very enlightening. I've been sharing that with the team. And so what kind of leader do I want to be? What kind of, having gone through the experience of being on both sides. So I want to be someone who challenges others to be the best that they can be. I want to pay people well for good work, right? I mean, I'm already paying people more than I got paid at the highest position that I had, which to me doesn't make sense, because, and I'm not trying to diminish the value of the people that I'm working with. I'm just saying, oh man, I was doing a lot of work and I was getting underpaid for that for whatever reason. So pay your people well. Look past preconceived notions and stereotypes. You know, I don't care if you're purple, red, you're blue, whatever your skin color is, man, male, female, transgender, what have you. I don't care. I'm gonna aim to not treat you any differently. Experience. I know Ivy League people who are doing poor, who are not doing well or do not bring value. I know people that grew up homeless that are doing very well, right? So I don't think how you grew up is an indicator of how well you could, or how much value you can bring to the marketplace, right? So I guess who do I want to be? Yeah, I want to challenge people to be the best. I want to not treat people differently based on any kind of preconceived notions or biases. We all have biases. Let's be honest here. I want to ensure that I'm expanding people and not diminishing them. I want to make sure that I put integrity as the number one thing for us. I want to make sure that our clients get treated very well, very, very, very well, like more important than anything. You know, we wouldn't be in business if it wasn't for our clients. And it happens sometimes where your mind slips and you don't think about kind of that priority. But I almost want to re-emphasize and re-engage the team to let them know that it's not about what I think. It's not about even what you think. It's about kind of what we can do for the client and how we can expand the clients that we work with, both in value and financially. So yeah, I mean, think about if you're an employer, think about what kind of employer you are. Are you bringing out the best in others? Are you challenging people to be their best? You know, even I know this is an old cliche, but even like, you know, Wayne Gretzky has a coach. Even the best writer has an editor, right? So I'm not, my goal is not to be better skill-wise than the people working with me, but I know that I can poke and prod and challenge them and hope and make them look at things a little bit differently, make themselves look at themselves a little bit differently, which is probably the last point I'm going to mention here, which kind of stems across everything that I've said here, which is around growth, around kind of critiques of others, or congratulations of others, and also what type of employer you want to be or employee you want to be, which is self-awareness. Nothing beats self-awareness. The more you know yourself, the more you understand the world around you, the more you understand the environment and can shape the environment and the world around you. So never forget to invest in yourself, into your mind, your body, and never forget that in order to be the best you can be for others, you have to be the best that you can be for yourself. All right, so yeah, now onwards and upwards. Gonna keep growing. You may see some more announcements coming in the next few weeks, and I'm excited about this period of growth. I also recognize that we all have to work hard, and that nothing's a guarantee. But with the right mindset, the right team, and a lot of self-awareness, we're gonna get to the right place. Okay, have a great day.